the tricolor, and of course the Prime Minister's image and the Indian community with the tricolor high in Calgary. This is perhaps the most beautiful part of Canada, and this is where the Prime Minister is coming. With me are people who are engaged in the oil business here, the IT business, students, and of course, political leaders. But let's begin by talking to the Indian community and asking them, tell me, what's the Prime Minister's visit likely to bring here?
So I think this is really good news, and we are very excited that Prime Minister is coming here. First of all, it's going to be definitely help building the relationship between these two countries, which seems like broken for quite long. And we welcome this Ms. Carney's offer to Prime Minister, and we are very excited. And we hoping that the economic development of India, the way it's going, and the Canada by merging or partnering with them is going to bring a lot of good news for Canadians as well.
Okay. Now, G7, seven most powerful economies of the world coming together. India is not a part of G7, but then Canada also said you can't have a G7 without India. What does
That's
that indicate?
true. It indicates the power which India is emerging to be. Being a developing country, it has definitely left its mark on the entire world stage. And Modi is a born leader, and he's already proved his mettle again and again, year after year, term after term. So, yeah, it would not be a complete G7 without Modi ji.
Okay, without India. What do you do and, the excitement in Canada ahead of the Prime Minister's visit?
So I'm in oil and gas field, but yeah, Canada is excited. Calgary is especially very excited with Modi ji coming here. This is, I think, his first visit as a Prime Minister to Calgary. Entire Indian community is very excited, and this is a kind of a new beginning between a new relationship between Canada, New Canada, under Carney and Modi ji.
Okay. The Prime Minister, of course, was in Canada in 2015. That's when India and Canada became strategic partners. But is that relationship likely to be taken to the next level? How do you see this?
It really required to take it to the next level. The one thing that what I see is that India is bringing innovation to the world, and Canada does require that innovation. Those students that coming to the India, the industry that development Canada required, India is definitely a country that can support Canada, and this relationship can take India and Canada both to the next level for sure.
Is that also your appreciation?
Yes, I completely echo what he just said, that India is becoming a power in this 21st century. Nobody can basically ignore India. So this is a historical moment for both Canada and India for bilateral relationship. Whatever mistakes they have made in the previous regime has made in a strategic way, this is the time to correct it. And we thank you, PM Carney, for correcting that mistake.
Okay. So, US President Donald Trump will also be here. Incidentally, Indian students are amongst the largest foreign students who come and study here. And we have young students also with us. What do you study here?
So I just graduated from Mechanical Engineering Technology program, and I've been doing that at SAIT in Calgary.
And should Indian students still come here? Because there were a lot of apprehensions.
I believe Modi ji coming to Canada is a big move, and they can build a relationship with which Indian students can grow more and develop themselves. And I believe that that can happen, and that's what I hope for.
Come forward. Tell me what's your name and what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm studying environmental sciences at the University of Calgary. I've been here for quite some time, but I believe that Modi ji coming here to Canada is going to be a great influence, and it's going to help build relations between Canada and India as a whole, and I think that's a great next step for us.
The relationship had gone south. If I could request you to come forward so that our audiences can also see how beautiful this neighborhood is in Calgary, and where Indians are now all together. But how did this relationship go so south under Mr. Trudeau, and how is it being repaired now?
I guess there are many political aspects to this that we have to consider out here. Being, of course, one aspect would be about the Khalistani side of it as well. Pro-Khalistan, that makes a difference. Plus, from an Indian perspective, all of us are from Indian background. We are all Indian Canadians out here. But at the same time, important thing to understand is peace, prosperity comes with forging meaningful relationships.
No, but are you able to counter the Khalistani elements?
At the same time, that is something which, as a Canadian, I would want that our new Prime Minister, Mr. Carney, actually leads into that conversation with them and bring peace, because the communique for this G7 is about bringing peace. And one way to bring peace would be to, sort that differences out.
I will let that be the last word on this part of the conversation, because that is something that India is very clear about. When you talk about building peace, use of artificial intelligence, use of quantum economic development, India is that powerhouse. The world realizes it in this turmoil, in the conflict that's on. Will the world be able to find common ground? We will be reporting from Ground Zero here in Calgary, Canada. But that is all I have for you for the moment. Gaurav Sawant in Calgary, Canada for India Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.